The last type of special product that we're going to learn about is the product of a sum and a difference. So this is whenever you have one set of parentheses with a plus sign and one with a minus. And there's actually a special name for this that you're going to need to know later in math, where you have two polynomials that are exactly the same. I shouldn't even say polynomials because sometimes there's no variable involved, but two sets of terms that are the same except one's plus and one's minus. So exactly the same, but with different signs in the middle, and they are called conjugates. An example I'm thinking of that you're going to need to know in the near future of a conjugate that is not a polynomial is something like the square root of 3 plus 1 and the square root of 3 minus 1. Those are conjugates, but there's no variable involved, and that's going to come up in the near future. So conjugates is what they're called when they're identical, except the sign in the middle is the opposite. And conjugates do something really cool that makes multiplying them very easy. So let's start off by multiplying this 90 plus 4 and 90 minus 4 the long way using the distributive property. And you will see immediately what the shortcut is when we do it the long way. So we do 9d times 9d, which is 81d squared. And then we do 9d times negative 4, which is minus 36d. Okay, and then we're going to do 4 times 9d, which is 36d, and then we're going to do 4 times negative 4, which is minus 16. And probably you can see right away what's going to happen. When we combine our like terms, those two terms in the middle, the minus 36d and the plus 36d, go away. Those completely cancel. And what we're left with is just the first term, 81d squared, and the last term, minus 16. And this happens every single time you multiply two conjugates together. It's one of the reasons conjugates are important. Multiplying two conjugates together does this every time. The two terms that come out in the middle are always going to be opposites, one plus and one minus, and they're always going to cancel, which means when you multiply two conjugates together, you can multiply the first two together. 3y times 3y is 9y squared. And you can multiply the last two together. 2y and negative 2 is minus 4. And that's it. I can ignore the two in the middle because one's going to be plus and one's going to be minus, but otherwise they're going to be the same. So multiplying two conjugates, super easy. First together, last together, done. No reason to go any farther. It's always going to be a minus sign in the middle because when they're conjugates, the last two terms is always going to be a plus and a minus. So it's always going to be first term minus last term with nothing in the middle. And that's why this last special product, the product of a sum and a difference, is one of my favorites because it's super, super easy, super fast, and very little actual polynomial multiplication involved. Just first times first and last times last, and you're done.